All right, good morning, everyone. Dan with the tradingology.com trading room for May 26th, 2020. We'll open the doors up, get everybody walking in. Very large gap up over the long weekend. Good morning, Dave. Got you unmuted there, sir.
Good morning.
There he is. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Feels like it's been a long time.
It does. It does.
You only missed one on a Thursday, and it feels like we haven't talked in weeks.
I know it.
Good morning, Asham.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Morning, guys. How's everybody doing?
Looks like Asham had a nice morning. I was taking a peek in the chat before getting started. Little extra day off yesterday. Although the futures market was open, the rest of the regular markets were closed still.
Yeah. Is Josh in the room? He's probably working.
I think he's in the shop. I believe he is working right now, but we'll see if he pops in or not.
Yeah. We had a great discussion. I did a little private session with him on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
We talked about the new price action profits and how he could kind of put it together for his trading. He wanted to he had a couple, it was interesting. He sent me a screenshot on the real-time update service and he had like 40 lines in there. And Josh, if you hear this for the first time, I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying that you had a lot of lines in there. And so we came up with a system that was really, really clear so that he could identify the monthly equilibriums.
Nice.
And he said, well, take a look at this. Do you think it's bullish? And so we did the price action profit methodology on the price chart for the ES, and it showed a lot of bullish activity because we're closing over that EQ is you guys know we're in the price action profits. And we saw it on the weekly, we saw it on the daily, and then we went down to a 1 hour and we picked out targets. And so yeah, it's bullish. So Sunday night, he went long, and boy, is he enjoying that today.
Nice. Very nice.
I don't know if he's still in or not, but he definitely captured some profits.
Yeah, that's putting those two strategies, or not just the two, but these multiple strategies are working fantastic for the swing trading, for identifying those setups. And people keep asking, how often do you see the setups? I'm like, well, that's the first question I posed to Dave a couple of weeks ago, and he said he finds them every day.
Just about every day. And you can use it on any stock chart, any ETF, futures contracts, Forex. I mean, there's so many different markets you can apply it to. It's just fantastic. I wish, though, I thought about it later, but I wish that I recorded it. and that's like the only time I didn't do that. Yeah. Usually every time I meet with somebody, I record it.
Right, because I always want it for later usually.
Yeah, I forgot.
He made me double check mine. I'm like, oh, you mean I'm not recording? I'm like, nope, we're recording. We're good.
Yes, exactly, Asham. Just like the one I posted on the MYM 1 to 2 week target there. Unless we get some really big news, it looks like we're going to continue now. It depends on the internals. Internals look really, really good today.
Yeah, look how they open up above 90 here. Just crushing. I had to zoom that in. I hardly ever see 100 in here, right? That's how far above that 80 line we are currently, and it's holding strong.
Yep.
We've had some down, but we opened up 600 up.
Yeah.
A little bit of wiggle room there, obviously.
Yeah. Andre says, one thing I missed in the price action profits, how to deal with shorts and bear markets. Shorts and bear markets, all examples are taking decisions to go long. There was a couple of short ones, though, but you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate the video I did with Josh on my own and upload that to the PAP area there. So you'll see that. I'll make sure I include some short positions in there, Andre.
Yeah, maybe just a quick reverse psychology, right? Of the rules, like, hey, if this, then this. So it might just be easy for people to see it. Hey, if it's this and it's above, then this is how you do the short side.
Right.
Because that's the thing
Yeah.
that I love most about the system is the if then rules.
Yes. Yeah, they do help a lot tremendously. So I will do that. No problem.
Awesome.
My wife wanted to go long on Bitcoin on Sunday night. I said, no, no. It was 8 o'clock. It was getting close to 8 o'clock, and it was the that's the weekly close. You don't want to go long there. No.
We were watching. I actually pulled some profit off my H bar by Hedera Hashgraph yesterday. It was up 20% on the day. I'm like, well,
yeah, I saw that.
We'll take some profits there. So I pulled some money off the table of the initial investment. So everything else is free money now.
Yeah, good. Because it was. I think it was down this morning, but it's back up a little bit. But Kava was up 30% yesterday. It's now down 11.
Yeah, looks like it's back up 9% right now.
My long-term my over the next couple of weeks, it's hard. It's really hard to say, but on the weekly chart, it's forming a head and shoulders pattern on Bitcoin, and so the target for that would be about 7,900. So we'll see. I have targets at 6,900 and 5,700, and worst case scenario 3,500.
Wow. I'll pull over this guy just to show what I'm talking about there. There's a nice move up yesterday. We took a look. Well, let's see what are we on here. Yeah, we're right around 42 right now. So it's coming back up from the previous.
But yeah, that went from 2 cents to 6 cents on that big move, almost 7 cents there.
Yeah.
That is a 3-bagger right there.
Yeah, I got in around here. So I figured I'll take a little run up, and why not?
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's it's encouraging to see some of the coins starting to move a little bit, because we've been in kind of a crypto quarantine.
Yeah, nothing but that's what I figured. I'm like, if we're doing enough, because it bounced up. Where was it? I think it was actually this one. Where's my, May. So this was earlier in the month. I was like, oh, let's keep it going. And it came back down. I'm like, oh, I could have sold and then rebought again.
Yeah.
That's what I figured. It did it again. So I'm taking the opportunity to sell some. And if it pops back down, I'll buy some again down here. You can almost start trading this instead of just buy and hold.
Yeah. Andre, what about our big bet on XRP? Yeah, it's still strong, but it looks like we're going to get one more buying opportunity. And it's not going anywhere, but we could drop down to my first target is 178, 17.8 cents. So 178. If it drops below that, next target is 14.6. Worst case scenario on XRP is we hit just under 10 cents at 9 cents. That will be a great buying opportunity. And again, let me see if I can. It's easier for me, instead of sharing my screen, is just to go over and clip this.
Yeah, that's cool. I can grab it out of the room.
There you go. You can see we're in that downward
Still descending.
It's like it is a descending triangle here on Coinbase, and And we have not had higher highs. We've had lower lows and lower highs. And so that first dotted line there is 17.8. So 178 cents, 0.17. And then the next one below that is 0.145. And then worst case scenario is that dip down to, it could peak down below 5 cents.
Oh, down here, yep.
That's 5 cents down at that peak, but on a closing basis, I'm figuring about 9 cents. So I've got an order in at 5.5 cents. But
all of it?
I don't think, no, it's a good size bag, but
That'll make the dollar cost averaging a lot nicer.
oh yeah, absolutely. So I haven't put anything in at 9 cents yet. Just kind of waiting to see what happens with that. But I mean, we're in that. I don't think we're going to get out of that descending triangle until, or wedge pattern rather, until probably July, August. Yeah. So one more buying opportunity. Elliott Wave International is very, very bullish on it. I think it's heading to 26 cents, but I don't think that's going to happen right away.
Where's it sitting at this morning? 19 right now. 19 and a half.
Yeah.
Along with
We are we're still in a crypto winter.
Yeah.
Winter.
They're not letting anybody out of the bag yet.
No.
Well, and with everything we talked about the last few times too, right? With, here's one that I see on Market Watch this morning. Trying to use that. Oh, we're up 500 because of new fake news. It's like
I saw no less than 3 different companies come out and say they're working on a clinical trial. Novartis, a couple other ones I didn't recognize.
Yeah, so this is just the fake news behind the fake rally.
Yeah.
But as we say, they keep printing, so that's what happens. I thought this was a fun one. China's warning us now into a new Cold War. Funny how it's been a long time since we heard trade war. Just those two words together, right?
Right.
That ran away. So apparently they're, did you see too? I read in the paper actually on Sunday about more potential nuclear testing.
What?
Yep.
You haven't heard that in decades.
Yeah, I think it was 98 since the last time they did any controlled explosions. So that's back on the table. So I think that might be making tensions rise as well.
That's insane. I think I read a review that if there's anything that's going to send the market lower, it's going to be increased trade tensions. And it kind of makes sense, I guess, from a socioeconomics point of view, that distrust, especially after this pandemic,
Yep,
is going to grow. Andre has a burning question because he asked it twice. Would you get out of XRP? Would you get out of XRP long positions at 20 cents and buy back lower? I can't answer that for you. I won't. I'm not doing it. But I don't know what your situation is. I mean, I know eventually it's going to go up way more than that. So it's just a matter of, for me personally, it's just dollar cost averaging. I'm just going to wait for lower buy points and put more money into it. But I can't really answer that for you.
I can tell you Murphy's Law may or may not come into play. I always just hold mine and I look every once in a while because I know if I were to try that, the opposite would happen.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as I sell, it would moon. It would just go up like, yeah.
Absolute Murphy's Law would get you there. I figured I'd throw up the index quick. Just look at how much I have to squeeze them down to see the gap in. There you go, Andre. Just hang on to it. You'll be good. Interesting how we gap down into my yeah. Look at all the BOP curve, full herding coming in here.
Yeah, that's that's a lot of bullish herding there. You don't fight against that kind of those blocks of bullish herding.
If
And,
anything, there's an opportunity to jump back in when it was riding that.
Yeah.
Stair stepping up still.
Yeah.
Is it an eagle outside your door there? Did I hear?
Is that an eagle sound?
I thought I heard something.
It does sound like an eagle. When we were doing some renovations on our house, there was an eagle parked in front of a tree in front of our house for quite a while.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm actually pending, waiting for people to show up to start working on our kitchen right now. We don't know what time he's coming. So if I happen to have to run, that's why.
Oh,
I completely forgot about that, but I think we're fine because Jess is up there.
Okay. Yeah, I called a guy to do some roofing for me. I got a little roof, little dormer over my front porch, and it must be, I don't know if the flashing or something that's leaking onto the clapboards and ruining the paint on the side. So I got to have him replace that. And then I got a rental property with a rounded dormer. I went by it yesterday and it looked like it was completely torn apart. It's probably going to start leaking soon, so I got to have him fix that too.
Uh-huh.
This is the time where everything is revealed, right? The winter's gone.
Yep.
Summer. Kind of look around.
I missed when there. Sean was saying he saw that Tether jumped into third on CoinMarketCap.
Which is kind of ridiculous. It's not even in the same category of coin, so they're printing Tether just like the Fed prints USD. And I don't know, that whole Tether thing just worries me. It's just going to come down like a house of cards, I think, eventually.
Yeah, I haven't read into that one, so I can't even comment on Tether.
No, it's not. See, I made a suggestion to CoinMarketCap when Binance bought them. I tagged CZ on a post, and I said, would you do us a favor, everyone in the crypto community, take all the stable coins and put it in a separate list, because they really shouldn't be in the primary, the altcoins and the Bitcoin list.
Sure. And they didn't listen yet.
Yeah, you can't. I don't think they've completed the deal. I don't think they've closed yet. But it just everybody seems to think it makes a lot of sense because they can't go more than $1. They're not a speculative investment, so keep them in a separate list.
Yeah, I was just going to say, why is it? When it runs up to 104, that just means they're out of control on something, or.
Yeah. Oh, look at it! Those hit your levels perfectly. Look at that! Look at that NQ. Look at the ES.
Like that?
Yeah.
Look at it riding this one. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That's simple there on the Russell. Same thing over here.
Oh, yeah. I got a present for you. What? I
like presents.
What do I do with it now? Yeah, it's a present. You can grab it. Put it into the. I think I need to. What did I do with it? I think I mentioned this last time, but I definitely mentioned it in the Wealth Masterclass about the McGinley indicator.
It doesn't ring a bell.
You don't remember that? You were here. You were there.
Not off the top of my head. There's too many things in my head recently.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to find out what I did with it. I hope I didn't.
The Sham says you did. See, Sham's checking on you.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip it up. And I will put it into...
Oh, I do recall what you're talking about as you made that comment on the moving 25.
Yes. And it was I've been using it. It does contain price really, really well. It's just it's fantastic. Okay, now this is crazy. I know I had to move a bunch of stuff around, but I should be able to find this. Jeez.
That's the rest. Yeah, see now we're running into the muck, so probably won't shoot right through it, but we're definitely getting first green one after this little retracement back on the ES, so it's gonna have to run through that before it comes back up to new highs again.
Yes, Andre, it's on TOS. They have it listed on TradingView already, so you can just like use it on TradingView. But Andrew, or buddy Andy, converted it to TOS for us.
Yeah, I was chatting with him over the weekend for some other action he's got working on, so it's good to hear from him. He's not in today yet. Nope, I don't see him.
And he also, and I forgot to do this last time, he wanted me to show how to use it. But if you, like, just like you pointed at the that blue line, whatever moving average that is.
Yep.
This is a little different formula, but it works very, very similarly. But I think it even captures recent price movement even better. But basically, you want to buy when it crosses above it, and you want to sell when it crosses below it. And I would use it on a 1 hour chart. I wouldn't do anything too small time frame. It's driving me crazy what I do with it now. I had it on my desktop. I said I'll put it someplace safe.
You'll find it. We'll get you all the info, Andre. No worries. If we don't have it today, we'll regroup on it Thursday if we need to.
Yeah. Speaking of changes, how's the website coming?
That's all I think about recently.
Yeah, I noticed.
So yeah, you've probably seen all the different times I log in, and it's like Dave's getting tired of seeing emails.
Yeah.
It's very close, guys. I'll tell you that. I sent Dave a couple screenshots. Here, I can find those actually here.
Yeah, it looks great.
The coursework ends up being the easier part of everything I've done. So all the courses are good to go. I'm just putting the bow on it now. Where's Dave? Here's Dave. I scroll up. Let's see if I can do this the easiest way. Let's see. Or
I already sent this out to a couple of people who requested it, including Tom and Steven, but I didn't send it to you because I know you're busy.
It's all right. I try to catch most things, but yeah, we're definitely slammed right now. That's for sure. We'll swing this guy around here. I'll show you guys a little mock-ups that I sent Dave. So here's the front page. What it's going to look like next is I got the different ones. So the regular site's going to be looking like this.
The only thing I wanted to know was, are those peanut M&Ms back there? Or
those are M&Ms.
Nice.
And a phone. I love that image. I had to use it.
Yeah, nice. I love peanut M&Ms. Used to it.
Or if you slide this down, where'd my other one go? Oh, I gotta close that. There we go. If you're on an iPad or if you're on a phone, so I'm making sure it looks good for everything. So that's what the new page is going to be. Actually, a login page. It's going to be right on the front now. So I'm putting all the pieces together for you. It's getting close. I know you guys have been waiting a long time. I've been talking about it forever, but it is coming.
I think I just heard somebody knock on my door.
I hear something. Someone's sneaking up on you. Andre wants to know if you're using the paid or the free version of TradingView. I personally don't use TradingView a lot myself, so I only use the free one. I think Dave probably has. I won't say because I don't know.
I use both. My wife uses the paid one because she's trading Bitcoin through Gemini, and I have the free one. I don't want to pay twice. I mean, I don't trade through it, so the only reason you want to have the paid one is because you're trading on one of their brokers. The free version is good enough for me. I can do all these charts. It's kind of funny because you're supposed to see ads pop up like every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But if you stay logged in long enough, they have like maybe, you go through maybe 4 or 5 different ads, and then they just don't come back for like days and weeks at a time. So
yeah, I noticed I leave it long enough and all of a sudden it's just frozen. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to close that out. So it like grays out the screen.
Yeah. And then what they do is they make you log in, and then so you can start seeing ads again.
That's funny.
Yeah.
They get you one way or another, right?
Yeah.
All right. Toss, yep.
It says the McGinley study is already existing. I want to replace it on my desktop. I can't see it.
Sham's checking to see if that's the same thing as the buy-sell signal you were working on too.
There it is. No, it's not. No, this is completely different. This is when you download it. I probably can't put it in the chat, so I'll do this.
Yeah, if it's a zip file.
Yeah.
And let's see, still stair stepping, 928. No reds yet there. True trend day to the upside still. As we've seen, opening up 500 up though. We'll see if it just kind of hovers and stays. If we look at the supply demand, we see that it opened up at 25 and it's tailed down a little bit to 20, but we're still pretty strong. Same on the NQ, opened up strong and come down a little bit. So for those guys that are probably watching those, same with the strength as well. So everything's positive. The strength is a small number.
Anytime those things are over 5 or 10, man, that's really strong. Isaac was asking me in the real-time update service if he should short it at the open. I said, I don't think so. I wouldn't. Way too much bullishness here. Okay, so I put the study in RTUS. You can grab that. You can put a download to it in the members area for Tradingology if you'd like. It was originally developed by John R. McGinley, a certified market technician and former editor of the Market Technician Association's Journal of Technical Analysis. It's a moving average, but it's a dynamic moving average rather than an exponential. So it's a little bit different, and they tell you exactly what the difference is. So if you guys are interested, you can take a look at it. I like it a lot. The way I use it is I will on a 1 hour or a 4 hour chart, I'll look at it if it crosses above after the either ATR or stochastics or something is on a really, really low level. I'll just take a long position when it crosses above it, and then get out when it crosses below it. So it's a nice little additional kind of test and proof of the direction of the trend. I like it. Oh. Dave, Sham says, Dave, are you able to showcase anything on the new buy sell signal yet? I could. I don't think you can see it though, because it's gray lines on a dark background. Let me see if it would actually show up here. And the weird thing is, I don't know how to change it. I don't know how to change the color of the lines. I know that sounds weird. It is weird.
I'm working on a setup, so don't think I'm ignoring you. I'm loading up your new zip file so people can see it right away.
Okay. No, go ahead. Yeah, so it's just really, really weird. For some reason.
All right, let's see. We'll move this guy back over here so you guys can see it in the meantime. See that? Nice move right off there.
I can't figure out why I can't change these colors of these lines.
Pull this guy over. We'll load it up. We don't need that. You go over here.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. This. It still didn't change it. How weird is
McGinley study. There we go. Excuse me. All right, so we got a drawn in on here. Let's move this off a monthly. We'll go to like an hourly. Or 2 hour. Did I remove my 1 hour? That's interesting. And
Sean, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. I'm going to put it in the and give you a private message on RTUS, so you can see what it looks like. For whatever reason, I'm going to have to, I think, consult with Andy again. See why. I changed every color in this thing, and it still won't change colors for me. So I just sent you a private message on RTUS so you can at least get a picture of it. And what it is, it's a 2-line indicator. When they are very far apart, it's hard to see, but when they're really far apart, and what I need to do is test the distance to see if it generates a buy or sell signal. But when they're really close together, the trend continues. So that's going to be basically it. Yeah, well, good luck looking at the lines.
Well, here's your McGinley loaded up on the YM on a 2 hour chart.
Yeah, so what I would do is and you put it on that's a 9.3. I put it on a 25.3.
Oh, see, I didn't change anything, so if I need to modify the study.
The default is 9.3, but I put it on a 25.3.
So 25.3.
Yeah, and Andrew, don't get mad at me. I rebranded it SM McGinley. I have to brand it. You know, it's my business.
Yeah, exactly.
So
there we go.
Oh, you got it, Sean. That's good. Yeah. So now what it does is well, you're on a 2 hour, which is fine. I typically do it on a 1 hour, but
yeah, I think I lost my 1 hour. Oh no, there it is. I just couldn't see it for a second. Whoop, come back here. It went above my 10 minutes, so it tricked me. I have to reorder.
There we go. So when it drops below it, I'm typically short. When it gets too far away from that line, it's kind of like a exit signal, but It hugs price pretty good. You can see on Friday, boy, it hugged it really well at the bottom. Very similar to the exponential, but this is a dynamic moving average. So the formula is actually right at the top of the script. So if you go in and edit the script, you can take a look at the formula for the for it. Yeah, there's the McKinley dynamic formula right there. And Andrew did a fantastic job of converting it from
Trading to us. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now, he had his name in there. I didn't want to include his name just in case there was some copyright issues that he wasn't aware of.
Sure.
So I didn't include your name, Andrew, in there because of that. I didn't know what the copyright issues were. So we just kept it kind of generic in case, who knows who gets a hold of it.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Yeah. So it's just for our use only. Okay, guys. But it hugs pretty good. So look to the left there on Tuesday, hugged the price at the bottom. When it broke through, went down pretty good. Hugged prices again. You get a lot of crossing back and forth. That's why I use it with either stochastic price, the SM price signals, or something like that. But
curious how it looks on a daily.
No, you have to download it, Andre. It's not a standard indicator on TOS. It's not something that you can. I think. I mean, I searched for it. I didn't find it, but maybe I was searching under the wrong thing. But yeah, look at that. It looked like it hugs price pretty good. I do like it. There's the McLennan.
Yeah, I don't see any McKinley.
No.
Yeah, this is a daily just because I was curious.
Yeah, hug that right down at the bottom there. Acted as resistance a little bit. My target, by the way, on the MYM is 26,163. So you might want to change the color, add it to your exponentials. But
I'll throw a different one or something and make it a dotted line or something.
Yeah.
Something I can identify it and start watching it. Absolutely. So thank you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And yes, I will get it up there. One more thing I get to put in two places. That's all right. I won't make you guys wait for the whole website updates to get that. I'll put that in the download page today. And those that are in the RTS, I already got it. That's where I got it from.
It's there. All right, a couple more minutes to go, and you got to leave at 45 on the hour.
Yep, usually about 1:45 is a good time for me now. That works out well.
There was something else I was going to share with you, and I kind of forgot about it. I'm not sure what it is right now. Oh, the gold-silver ratio is dropping.
Oh, it actually went below 100, I saw.
Yeah, we're down to 96 now.
Wow.
So when we got in it, when I put it up on RTUS, it was at I believe 112. Let me just check.
Yeah, just interesting to see it finally get down below 100. It's like, yep, it's starting to move. And it's going to be interesting to see how far it moves the other way.
Yeah, silver's done really nicely.
Isaac's running the show over in the Slack channel right now. I see him busy. He's our current moderator, I think.
Yeah. So on May 13th, it was 109. So in just 13 days, it's gone from 109 down to 96. It was 111 on May 6th. So the big and 7th, it was 112.
Yeah, I think 114 was the all-time high, I want to say.
Okay, so April 20th was the update to real-time update, and new position, selling short, gold, buying long, silver ratio appears to be heading lower, and it was at, I believe, 116 at that time.
Okay. I thought
No.
it said hit the teens.
Yep, it's 96, so that position is doing very, very well. And the nice thing is that I think actually gold and silver both went, well, gold held pretty steady, but silver went up quite a bit.
Yep. Silver's definitely outperforming back to the upside. I think I last saw was like 17 or something for physical.
Yeah.
Alexander, I will hit you up after. He just sent me a message that he couldn't get in, so he'll catch the recording, I'm sure, and he can't jump in there right now, Alexander. No, it's giving another fake out to the bottom, giving another chance to get in.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of looks like it's a little bit bearish right there, but when you look at the gap, I mean, the gap was just gigantic, right?
Right. Yeah, when you start zoning in on the futures, but yeah, like you say, look at the gap on the indexes. It's a different story.
Right.
It's just kind of riding up there now. Tech's a little bit less, but it's still almost a percent up.
Let's see if it comes down to the SR1 there.
I'll have to look at that ratio. 2.4 to 0.8.
Wow.
Holy cow.
That's a big update for the ratio.
I haven't pulled up a chart on YMNQ in a while. I'll have to refresh that just to see that, see where that's at in my spare time.
Let's see if we can do a quick calculation. That 3.0 level was pretty, I think it went below that to even close to 2, wasn't it?
Oh, where's my other one? We'll throw it on here.
So it's 2.6 right now.
2.6?
Yeah. Which is like, wow, just super low. Somebody's getting hit on the NASDAQ. It's funny, the NASDAQ was, of course, leading the rally pretty much this entire swing. Maybe one of the drug companies is saying, oh, this is going to be 5 years away.
If even ever. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
They keep talking about it. It's like, it's not even, yeah. I'll get on my tirade too much. Not going to happen.
By the way, the NYSE trading floor reopened.
I saw that in the paper as well. I still like reading the physical paper.
Which one do you get?
Oh, just our local one. It's my Sunday ritual. I get it once a week.
It's almost like a luxury now, you know? It's like, yeah, you know, there is something about having a physical paper in your hand.
Yeah, I find it drastically different than the internet.
Yeah. I like it too. I used to subscribe to Investors Business Daily, but they hounded me. Oh my gosh, they call me every week. It's time, you know, are you gonna, you know, it's a good time to resubscribe. I just subscribed I subscribed for an entire year, and within the first month, they started calling me to resubscribe. I said, I just subscribed, guys. Why are you calling me? Well, if you resubscribe today for a second year, we'll give you this special package. Yeah, I understand how, you know, marketing is, because they have to make a living too, right?
Right, yep.
Everybody's got to make a living, you know. That's why I don't really get people who complain about marketing. I market hard. You guys know I send out emails and I sell stuff, but there's a lot of people who that creates economic activity. When you're producing something and you're selling it. If you don't, how do you make your living? I mean, you won't have a job very long if you don't produce. Let's just put it that way.
Exactly.
There's more money for my trading account. Yeah. You guys should do the same thing. If you have a skill or something that you can teach other people, you should definitely put it, don't, be afraid to teach other people. I think especially now, one of the very big trends is online learning. And if you have something that you can teach, you can help people and you can make some extra money. So, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be beekeeping. It could be anything. I don't know.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah.
Last question, and Dan's got to go. Andre says, what if you put the McGinley on the BTC and XRP? I did do it. It doesn't work on XRP, I think probably because it's under $1 or something, and so there's not a lot of variation in the price. But it definitely works on Bitcoin, and I put it on my wife's charts for Bitcoin. Right now, the McGinley, let's see, where is it? I had it on there. That's one thing. That's one thing about the free version. For some reason, it removes some of my indicators because you can only put like so many indicators on it on the free version. The paid version, you can put as many as you want.
1 hour is the one we've been looking at, Andre.
Yeah, I've been looking at 1 hour.
And I got that frog in my throat now I'm trying to clear out.
I think I have too many indicators, but let me see if I can add it. Here we go. Yeah, so the McGinley right now is at 82.67 on the daily for Bitcoin. So it's got it's about 400 points above the McGinley on the daily. On the hourly, it's below it. Bitcoin's 88.28 and the McGinley's at 88.74. So it's about 50 points below it right now. So I look at both.
And in case people missed it, you're looking at when it crosses that line.
Yep. So I'm looking when it's trading below that, the McGinley line and I set it at 25. Whoops, which I did not do because I just loaded it again. It defaults on TradingView at 14. Okay, so now on the 1 hour, it's at 89.05. And so Bitcoin's at 88.28. So it's about 70 points below it. And on the daily, it's way down at 75.52, and Bitcoin's at 88.20. But definitely for short-term trades, the 1 hour is great.
All right, well, we'll add that to my toolbox for sure.
Yeah.
And Tech was listening to you. It came down to that next person point and bounced right off it.
Look at that. Yeah, I definitely would not short this market. That's for sure.
Yeah, had one red bar in the volume, that's it, but then it made up for it right away on the next one and zoomed right past it.
Yeah. I mean, I really don't have any clue at this point. I'm going to wait until the MYM hits my target at 26,163, and then I'll kind of reassess, see what it looks like. But that's still 1,300 points away.
I was going to say we just broke 25, so you're talking 1,000 points still.
Yeah, 1,160 points away. Yeah.
That could be tomorrow, as much as they print.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the Fed's at 7 trillion on their balance sheet now. Could be 30 by the end of the year.
Did you see our good friend Mike's videos over the weekend, or the one that came out yesterday?
I did. How interesting is that?
Oh my gosh. No more
Wow.
reserve requirement.
Yeah. First they put the reserve requirements to zero. Then they put the cash reserve requirements for the banks, local banks, to hold cash in their vault to zero.
That's
So they
nuts.
don't even have to hold cash in the local branches anymore.
This is just setting up for a nightmare.
That is bad. See, it's an expense to the bank. Just like he said, the banks have to have, so many hundreds, tens of thousands of dollars in each one of their branch vaults. And if they don't have to do that, they can retain that cash and hold on to it and, deposit it or, do something else with it. But if you go to, I suppose they're going to have, so what this does is it allows the banks to have just enough cash on hand for people who cash checks or to go to the ATM, and that's it.
Yeah, and how much longer is that going to be the case where, I just don't have warm fuzzies about these things lining up.
Well, it sure does argue for the transition to a digital currency, doesn't it?
Right,
They don't want you to have cash in your pocket anymore.
Yep. And they've been trying to find ways to do it for years, because that's the one thing that they can't track, right, is cash.
Right.
It's not a good sign in my eyes.
Can't track the cash. But, Secretary Mnuchin said it's not used for illegal activities. I don't know what world he's living in, but,
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I forgot about that, and I was going to bring it up.
Yeah, that was a good one. Mike did a really nice job on that one. I hadn't realized, and it was on May 7th that they did that.
Yep.
Really under the radar.
Reporter, right?
Yeah. Really under the radar. I don't understand what their reasoning behind that is, except to give banks an additional boost so that they can hold that cash in their bank accounts and their bank accounts to maintain their liquidity and solvency. But when that word gets out and people find out that banks do not have a lot of cash anymore, there's no reason to, number one, there's no reason to rob them anymore. Maybe that's what they're worried about,
Yeah, just make no reason to actually go there in person. Hey, I don't know why you're coming here. Just do it on the computer.
Yeah, there's no reason to anymore. And transition to a digital dollar, and they don't want to use cash. They don't want anybody using cash.
Yep, they're going to use this to blame it on because it's dirty. So you don't want to touch it anymore.
Exactly.
Well, we'll probably wrap her up there. We'll see you guys again on Thursday. No promises, but with any luck, I'll get that website rolled out for you guys this week. I'm pushing for it. So
awesome. Looking forward to it.
All right, guys. Appreciate you coming out with us.
Yeah. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you on Thursday. Have a good couple of days.
Should have some good weather coming your way.
Yep. Absolutely. Take care, Andre. Sean.
See you guys. Have a good one. See you, Dave.
Take care, Dan. Bye.